Dun, 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 dun.
Let's go. The Washington Commanders. There it is. Yeah, buddy. Welcome back to Washington Football Weekly. I'm Sean Spencer. That's my guy Will Kramer over there, and we're talking about our team, our guys, the Washington Commanders. I think our injuries are playing a role in Logan. Honestly, I can see it. We're gonna dive into some of those right now. And let's start right from the beginning. As you guys saw, if you watched the game, our center, Tyler Larsen was carted off the field. Will, what's the? I know he's out for the season. What's the?
I think they said he dislocated his kneecap. He was pretty ticked. He tweeted out safer fields. We talked about it. Would Chase Young play with the MetLife Field, and someone else got hurt? I haven't heard enough to hear, like, was it because his foot got caught or what? I actually thought he might have got stepped or rolled on during the play, that the one that happened. So I'm not exactly sure how the field played a role in that. So I would kind of need to hear a little bit more, but I'm concerned about this one because when Roulier went down, Nick Martin came in. It was in the thick of us having a really hard time running the ball. Tyler Larsen came back. We started to turn things around. Tyler Larsen had held it together last year when Roulier went out until he got hurt again. And so now we're bringing in Nick Martin, for the second time. He is a veteran, but he's a veteran of a couple of years who was out on the streets that Houston said, we're done with you. So I'm a little bit concerned, especially hearing that, the team values left tackle, center, right guard are the three most important positions of the line to them. And we're on our third center.
Right.
And a team that needs to run the ball so much. This is a major concern for me. That is this going to be the start of the wheels falling off the bus? I don't know.
And that was something that when I saw it, is one of those where you just like, not now. And to know that now we're on, you said, Nick Martin, the third string center. It's frustrating because just like you said, just when we started to get back in the running game, everything was starting to work, and it is ridiculous. Now, moving on from that, we talk about the fields, and you alluded to it a second ago. Chase Young, he was activated. Doctors, everybody said he's good, but he has not been able to. He has not gotten back into the game. And Ron Rivera made some comments, didn't he?
He did. This one's kind of interesting. It seems to be from this health standpoint, he's 100% cleared. From the team standpoint, he's 100% cleared. They're kind of like waiting for him to say, okay, I'm ready. Let's go. And that's kind of interesting. Ron talked a little bit more about, it's really about him feeling comfortable out there. And I don't know. I'm almost getting to the point where Ron is he getting to the point where he's sick of this? Where like, are you going to come back and play? Are you going to do this?
Right.
Type stuff. But then also he said, we're playing well enough on defense if we don't need him, which I thought too was a little bit of an interesting comment. Like, you're going to say your second overall pick, you're going to say this, this generational talent that your defense doesn't need him. Again, it's like, I'm wondering, is he trying to push him to say it's time, get back there, right. Because they've been saying, the team's ready to bring him out. It's all about, is he ready to cut and go on that knee? But I also just wonder, has he been, he was cleared to play in the Atlanta game. It was rainy. So they said, let's not do this. Then you got MetLife where people have been complaining about injuries. I think that's where one of the Bosa guys tore his ACL. So it's like, I just kind of wonder if they're just continue being extra cautious. You've got the bye week after, and that he'll make his debut against the Giants on Sunday night. But it is kind of interesting because we're not asking him to play 60 snaps.
No.
You're looking 10 to 15 snaps. Like,
yeah.
You're not ready for 10 to 15 snaps? It's surprising to be in December and he's still not back.
Is it worrisome? Because I understand Rivera said it. Honestly, albeit very crazy to hear, he has a point with the fact that, I never want to say we don't need Chase Young. We need that man on the roster. He he just his character alone and his energy emanates off him. So the team definitely vibes off of him. But this year, the way the guys are playing and the way these guys have all played together, they understand each other. They're all meshing and everything as well. The old adage, if it's not broke, don't fix it. Like, I'm not saying we need to get him out here. When he's ready, he's ready. And and it's kind of seeming like it's a lot mental for him. It kind of makes you, hey, bro, if you ain't ready and you don't think you ready, chill. I don't want to push him out, but let me know. Like, is that? Maybe that's the smarter thing to do. When you want to get out there. But I'm not gonna even try to. We're fine. Like, I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I think some of that is playing into this. I mean, without a doubt, if the defensive line was struggling, or if the defense was struggling as it was like it was last year, I think there would be a little bit more pressure. But the fact, just like you said, that they're playing so well that, Tuhill and Smith Williams are not playmakers the way he is, but they can make solid plays. Right. And Montez Sweat seems to have changed his game from the year before. I think he got in his head last year. The previous year, because he had 8 sacks, he came in saying, we're going to break the sack records, all this stuff. I think it just got in his head, I got to make sacks. And to the point where I was under the opinion, I've only told you this, behind the scenes, that I felt like Montez Sweat was not going to be re-signed by us because I didn't think Ron Rivera liked the way he played. I think that's changed this season. He's bought into the scheme. And, he's still making some sacks, he's still making plays, but he's not running up the field the way he was last year. And I think there is some memory in there from the defensive coaches here of like, well, we had a little bit of problem with this last year. Yeah. And right now we've got some players that are buying into the system and playing well. Like you said, all right, come back when you're ready, but we're just going to keep going without you.
Right. So, yeah, that's definitely where we stand with that. Benjamin say Juice. Oh, wait. Let me see what he says. Nathan says, but here's a rebuttal on Jay's point. I'll use Baltimore. Rashid Bateman is essentially an essential piece of the offense. He was not ready to come back with his foot, and look what happened. Because did he come back early, is what you're saying, Nathan? Oh, don't rush your best players back. Oh, okay. Yeah. Don't rush. Yeah.
Well, and maybe they kind of knew with this was going to be mostly a lost season for Chase, and they're saying next year is more important than this year.
Right. Absolutely. And look, and I don't have a problem with that. Even if we go to the playoffs, I don't have a problem with that because I would rather him be at 100% whenever he gets back than have to, get him out here and to re-aggravate or potentially re-injure himself. I don't like that.
Yeah.
So another member and a member of the secondary, the reason why Christian Holmes is out there, Benjamin St. Juste has been out for a couple weeks now, and it's a mid-ankle injuries or
it is mid-ankle sprain. I don't know what that means.
Yeah.
Don't not real. Yeah, it's really interesting because after I think it happened in the Houston game. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was a Houston game.
Yeah.
Ron kind of poo-pooed this. He was like, "All right, we're not worried about that." But then he was out by, that following week against Atlanta. By Friday, he was not at practice, not practicing. He didn't, play. So that's 2 weeks in a row now he's missed. Thank goodness we got this bye week. But it's like, wait a minute, you said you weren't worried about this. Right. And unless things got worse, after when he first came off the field in the Houston game, it's like you led us to believe this was nothing. Yeah. And it's not nothing. And it's important that we get this guy back because, like you said, the secondary improved when he became a starter, and he's only getting better. And we certainly don't need him out. We certainly need him out there and not Christian Holmes.
Yes. Yes. You can definitely tell the difference, and there's definitely a talent gap between the two. And there's just St. Juste has been out there. St. Juste has been out there more and more, and he's got more experience. Look, we need him back on the field, but at the same time, get that rest, make sure you're good. We're gonna definitely keep looking at this and keep looking into this. Real quick, going with the corners, Dallas injured Anthony Brown. He got hurt. I think he's out for the year. One of their corners. They picked up. I can't think of the name of the guy they picked up, but one of the guys they worked out was Torrey McTyer.
Really?
Yeah. So
coming back from his injury, interesting. Yeah, I'm surprised we didn't, go after him. Huh?
Right.
I liked him a lot last training.
Exactly. Exactly. So I was really interested to see that he was out there and they had worked him out. They didn't take him, but they definitely worked him out. So that's a possibility if it comes down to that. But yeah, so we definitely need this guy back. And another guy that I would have first said we need him back, but since he's been gone, Jamin Davis has stepped up. Cole Holcomb, my guy in North Carolina, we know what he was doing. He was going on the path to getting to leading the league in tackles, and he has done that. He's gotten over 100 multiple years. He is out, and it looks like he's out for the season this year, man.
I know. I think this one sucks, actually.
Yeah.
Just because if you're seeing Jamin Davis improve, the defense itself is improving. Holcomb can play. He can run sideline to sideline. He can make some plays out there. So I think this one kind of stinks to the point where my concern is as we've said, the depth behind it. We're running John Bostic and David Mayo out there. It's like at some point that's gonna get exposed.
Yeah.
That's my biggest concern. Where like we've made it a couple games here and there with him out. Davis has stepped up. He's done good, but now that we're talking long term, now that we're talking for the next 4 or 5 games of the rest of the season, it's like, yeah, it'd be really nice to have him out there. We could really use him. Plus, he could potentially be a calming presence for Jamin. So this one stinks. I hate that we're losing him. It's in a contract year, so maybe that means he's going to be a lot more affordable for us. If you're thinking long term, coming off an injury, that could be good. But it stinks that he's not going to be out there.
All right, that was terrible. I mean, he's definitely been the consistent force on that defense year after year. Like I said, getting over 100 tackles, man. And he I know we hate to use this, but he's got that motor. You know what I mean? He continues to go even when things weren't great. He was always around the ball. So look, and yes, we said Jamin Davis has improved, but you're right. I'm with you on this. It does stink. It stinks because A, of depth, and B, that leadership, that control, that experience being there. You know what I mean? So, well, we will. That's rough. That's rough. But hopefully, Jamin can keep it up. And to Jared's point, we got running quarterbacks all in. We got Daniel Jones here. We got Dak. Thankfully, we don't. I mean, with Jimmy G, he ain't got no wheels. It was Brock Purdy in there. But Deshaun Watson ain't what he was, at least not in that first game, but he still got some scrambling. He's still got some elusiveness in him. So, it's gonna show when we have to when Jamin Davis has to come out the backfield against San Francisco and have to cover Christian McCaffrey. You know what I mean? We got Saquon coming out this week. Then you said Chubb after that. You know what I mean? And then Pollard after that. So yeah, that's gonna be a point of emphasis on our defense. So that hits. That hits definitely hits hard. Is there everybody else?
Maybe yeah. I think that's I did see Sam Cosmi got hurt in the game. He was playing at right guard. They had him.
Nice.
Yeah, and that could be his future position. We may be looking for a new right tackle, but then he got hurt in the start of the third quarter. So I don't know. Didn't get a full evaluation, but he should be good to go. I would think he'd be good to go with the bye week. Sweat got concussed, but again, hopefully with the bye week, it came at a time when we can withstand that.
Perfect timing. Somebody was asking just the other day, is it good to have a late bye? If you're in the position we're in, where you're in the playoffs,
always, it's coming at a time when we could use some rest. December buys suck. That's late.
Oh yeah.
But I don't know why the league doesn't make everyone have a bye within like a 3-week time frame.
Right.
I guess because they feel it'd be too many times. But sometimes we've had bye weeks in week 5. That's ridiculous. Here we are, week 14. We're having a bye week. This doesn't make any sense.
No, not at all. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are thankfully done talking about injuries.
Absolutely.
Thanks for watching. If you like that clip, be sure to check out the other great content from the Let's Talk Football community. And as always, please like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you'll be notified when more great content like this becomes available.